You are listening to WDRBmedia, and welcome to the Black Consumer Experience presented by Higher Intellect Apparel, where we focus on consumer and cultural trends of our community. Why? Because at the end of the day, we're all somebody's consumer. I'm Porscha, your host and spiritual streetwear dealer, and I've just come here to help raise the vibe to a higher frequency. What's up, Soul Crew? I hope all is well with you. I have a guest here today. We got a beautiful show for you, and let's get going. You guys know how we like to start our segment. We always start on a positive note. We got to do these affirmations. Do me a favor. We got Chef CJ here. I'll introduce him more, appropriately later. But I wanted him to do these affirmations with us. So this is how it goes. We just say them together. You cool?
All right.
Here we go. Ready, set, go. I love myself. I help myself. I protect myself. I respect myself. I trust myself. Why?
Because I love myself.
Because I love myself. Here we go. During this segment, guys, you guys know what it is. We just share our thoughts and personal experiences as Black consumers, particularly focusing on Black and brown minority-owned brands and businesses. But most importantly, the Black consumer experience was created for everybody. As long as you're in favor of equal economic empowerment and opportunities, this conversation, it needs to be had. We're here to make you think. We're here to make you think on a higher level. I'm grateful for this moment. You know, we get to have higher-minded conversations for souls with higher intellect. Today's show is a Consumer's Choice show, guys. We got something very special. We got Consumer's Choice is Noah Joe's. Let me tell you what Consumer's Choice is. We're really, really big on consumption here. So what we've done, or what I've done, is I've gone out and I've found some Black-owned businesses that are worth consuming. And we got Noah Joe's, Chef CJ. He's going to be here talking to us a little bit about consumption. But before we get into it, we need to know about consumerism. Like, what's a consumer? According to Webster, we know a consumer is one that utilizes economic goods or it requires food. That's all of us. But we take it to a higher level. You already know, over here at the Black Consumer Experience, it has to go high. So we've got our own definition. A consumer is anything you allow into your mind, body, spirit, or space. I'm going to say it one more time. A consumer, you are a consumer when you allow anything into your mind, body, spirit, or space. With that said, let's get going with today's segment, guys. We got Chef CJ here representing Noah Joe's. He's also a traveling chef, a celebrity traveling chef. He's been all over the place. Ladies and gentlemen, give me a round of applause, please, for Chef CJ. Welcome, brother.
Hey, thank you so much. I'm glad to be here, blessed and highly favored, and I really appreciate you giving me this platform to really, talk about Noah Joe's and introduce it to the country.
Absolutely. People are excited to know about Noah Joe's. They just don't know it yet. Y'all stay tuned. Just listen to this man right here. But before we get into it, do me a favor. Tell me a little bit about Noah Joe's and how that came about.
Okay, so I've been doing this for about 10 years now.
Wow.
We started off with just a soup kitchen, feeding the poor, and that was our thing. And the food was so popular that we decided to actually turn it into a restaurant. And then that was my family restaurant. It was a Sunlight Cafe, and we fed everybody. You could come in and get a plate for free if you needed it.
You don't see that kind of stuff around like that no more.
Right.
That's beautiful.
It was made out of love. So as my parents went their separate way and I kind of went into my own culinary experiences, had some experiences with the Navy and went ahead and got my culinary background through there. So
you were a cook in the Navy?
So I was actually in the Army, and I got actually placed in a Navy, and I got actually placed in a Navy camp where I was actually getting my culinary experience.
I didn't even know they did that. That's amazing.
And it just depends, because I was reserve. So when you're reserve, you can kind of go and do stints in different places, and I got sent there to do what I thought was just like a cooking thing. And the whole time they have chefs. So they started to teach me all the culinary I needed. So once I got that, and I got back, and I was like, I had went too long not actually using my skills that I felt like God had given me. You have these skills, and you might be like, oh, I'll just cook when I want to.
No, brother.
And then I realized, like, oh no, this is my thing.
It's been a theme in your whole life, it seems.
Right.
I mean, just from your 30-second intro, it seems like it's been a theme of your life. You had to tap into it. It chose you.
Yeah, definitely. And then, I was going through a hard time trying to figure out the name, the LLC I wanted to do and how I wanted to, make it mine.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking of all kind of stuff, black box black, just different things that make sense that I'm like, I'm black, I'm be black, I'm be unapologetic about it. But I just started thinking about my passions, and my son is one of my biggest passions, and I do everything for him. So I was like, okay, I want to, every time I look at my business, I want to think, this isn't for you, this is for him.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I named it Noah Jones, because his name is Noah Jones. So
how beautiful, guys.
That's where it comes from.
How beautiful is that? I was going to ask you, you're Chris, you're CJ. Where did Noah Joe come from?
Right.
And now we know it's tied. Everything that you do seems to be tied to a deeper and a more passionate place within you.
Most definitely. Everything I do is out of love. That's why my Instagram name is Chef Amore, Chef Love to You.
Yeah.
It's because I cook with love. Everything I do is passionate, especially when I'm in that kitchen or on that grill.
That mean your food tastes so. You keep talking about love. That mean your food is good, bro. Say no more.
Look.
Okay, let's go into it. So I want to ask you a question. I know you're a traveling chef. Do me a favor, tell the people a little bit about where you go and what you do, because we got listeners all over the globe. I want them to know that they have access to you should they want.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I literally will travel almost anywhere. If you book me, usually I ask for you to pay the traveling fees, but if you're in my immediate area, I don't really do a fee. Yeah. So I've been a little bit of everywhere. Cali, New York. I just left Atlanta. I also did a couple places in Texas. I've done Houston, Dallas. I mean, anywhere. I'll be in Miami in July. So if I'm in the city and I'm there, you can book me to come and do meal preps, do personal catering, chef, anything. A date night for you and your loved ones, your family, any of that.
I love that. I've been doing a little bit of research too, because 2020 was definitely interesting. I found out that they said it's so interesting. More restaurants have closed down,
right?
But more people are spending on their food and food experiences. So that means that's you.
Right, this is true.
Think about it. Corona, people aren't going outside and doing all this as much. They are getting their stuff. They're getting prepared. Their food's prepared in-house, in home, and this is the man to get it done.
So for me, I noticed I got a really big spike this year. So I've always catered, but this year for something I think because of COVID and people not wanting to, be around all those people. People call me, if I'm in the city, they'll call me. I'm like, hey, can I get you Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to do our dinners, maybe our brunch or lunch? And I'm there. So, and it's just been like that. Birthday parties, people aren't going out.
Yeah.
Baby showers, people are doing it right there at the house. So
I like that.
It's been beautiful. It's been a blessing.
It makes me think, man. It makes me think about my experience in 2020. It's so interesting. It's so dichotomous. The dynamic seems to be split. You either on this side or you on this side.
Right.
Whichever side you want to be on, that's on you. But I look at these businesses and just even on personal levels, there's so many people that I know. 2020 was probably indirectly some of the best years of their lives. Right. Indirectly, I know there's been a lot of turmoil and change and hurt happening, especially with people losing their loved ones. But if you look at on a personal level, think of your business. In the middle of a pandemic, you're blowing up.
Right.
To me, that says something. Where everybody else seems to be going down, I think the righteous people, the people that do things from love, we're the ones that's got it booming.
Yeah. I personally at the beginning of 2020, I was still doing IT for HP.
Wow.
And I was tired. I was tired of just working for someone else's dream. That's what really just made me say, you know what? I'm doing good enough. I can do this every day and make the same amount of money. I don't care if I have to work day in, day out. It's my dream.
No, you did. Did you leave HP?
Oh, absolutely.
Blessings, beautiful to you.
Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you something else. You, me, and a whole lot of other people, we left corporate America.
You had to.
You have to leave corporate America. I was a teacher for 6 years, and then all of a sudden, I got a radio station. I used to do the announcements.
Right.
And next thing you know, I have a radio, not a radio station, a radio show on WDRBmedia is the largest urban talk radio station on the East Coast. So this is beautiful stuff. All right, y'all, let's get into it. I want to know more about Chef CJ. Chef CJ, what's most requested? What are your most requested eats? What do people out there, what do they want to eat?
Okay, so from what I've actually been seeing, I have about 3 dishes that I know people are really requesting. Well, from me, for sure.
Boom.
Right now.
Number 1.
Right now, mac and cheese. So any kind of mac and cheese. I've been getting lobster mac and cheeses, shrimp mac and cheeses, bacon mac and cheese. Can you do it with some Gouda? What kind of cheese can you do it with? Can you do a white mac and cheese? So mac and cheese has been like a big thing. I think it's social media, because every time I look on social media, it's some kind of mac and cheese getting pulled out of a pan. And my mac and cheese is everything.
I love it. Do me a favor. Tell these people what you told me about your mac and cheese egg rolls.
Oh, man.
Come on, y'all. Okay, so mac and cheese egg rolls. Can you
so
come
I'm doing
on,
all right, so we're doing an actual it's like a soul food egg roll. It's gonna be mac and cheese. You're gonna have your fried chicken, Cajun fried chicken. You're gonna have a little bit of greens in there, and then you're gonna have some yams in there, deep fried, cut up,
all
and then
of that is inside.
A little bit of syrup drizzled on top, man. You're talking about something good to eat right there.
It's all in the egg roll?
Yeah.
So I get all those flavors in one bite.
Yes, like it's gonna be a palate experience, a palate explosion.
It's like a plate in a bite. Instead of eating the plate, you get a plate in a bite. I love it. All right, so most requested eat is mac and cheese. Number 1. What's another one?
Okay, number 2. I've been getting a lot of calls for, and this isn't just like one thing that's requested. A lot of people are getting meal preps right now. I've been doing meal preps like almost nonstop. Maybe because it's the new year, maybe because of the COVID year and everybody being at home and not eating as healthy as they wanted to. Yeah. But I've been doing lots of broccoli, lots of chicken.
Bless you, man.
Lots of shrimp. People like rice. I do a really good rice casserole or cilantro rice with it. So that's something that I've been getting requested a lot for.
That's beautiful. And bless you for helping people to, get their health and stuff back on track.
Yeah,
I love that. We appreciate chefs, man. Y'all do us a lot of favors, man. Y'all keep our bodies nutrient dense and healthy and whatnot. We appreciate that. Do me a favor. Last one. Most requested.
Okay, so one of my biggest sellers, my pasta, and when I say pasta, I mean my Alfredos. And all of my sauces are made from scratch. All of my Alfredos are made from scratch. And when I say it's all about what kind of cheese you put in your Alfredo, that's going to completely change the taste depending on what kind of cheese you put.
What kind of cheese you use?
Oh, man.
Is it Gouda?
Telling all the secrets.
Oh my goodness. Dang,
okay,
y'all. I tried to get some information for y'all. I tried to get some information. It didn't work.
I'll give you a simple one, because this is kind of my base for a lot of different stuff.
Okay.
So I do mozzarella. I do Parmesan.
Ooh.
And then I sprinkle.
Okay, don't give them no more. Don't give them no more.
I had them with that one.
Yeah. Mozzarella and Parmesan. You had me already. All right, y'all. Let's get into the next part of the show. I wanted to take it a little bit higher, and I love that he brought about meal prepping, of course, and people trying to get healthier. And what we're going to talk about next, this part of the segment is called This for That, meaning you can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some alternatives. For example, trade this for that. Basic on the most basic level. You can trade regular bacon for turkey bacon. This is the type of stuff that we're talking about. Chef CJ is going to give us some healthier alternatives for people who are in the kitchen, which is everybody. We all have to eat. So I got a question. Do you have any like alternatives in mind?
I actually got a few that I can kind of talk about. One that I like to do in the morning time. I know everybody likes sandwiches, sausage, egg, and bacon. Everybody likes
American breakfast, boy.
Good breakfast, right? So one of the alternatives that I like is I like a morning avocado toast. And all that is I take my toast, put a little bit of butter, some garlic, spread, put it in the oven, let it toast. And then I do a fried egg, or I do a sunny side up. It just depends on what you like egg-wise. And then you add your avocado.
What?
Easy. You can cut up some tomatoes. You can do pico de gallo, whatever you want. But it's still a healthier alternative, and it tastes amazing.
I love that.
That's one of my favorites. I squeeze a little bit of lime on there sometimes.
You better know the lime. The lime take it up.
Gotta have
Put lime on everything.
And that's what, probably 200 calories for breakfast.
Oh, come on. We even got the numbers in here, y'all. 200 calories for breakfast. You can burn that and nothing. I love that.
And if you're trying to do 1,300 a day, you got plenty of space to eat whatever you want for the rest of
part of your day.
3 meals.
How long does the avocado toast last? How long does it hold you?
Oh, man. So I'm really not a morning eater. So if I eat avocado toast in the morning, I'm good until lunch, if not later. Yeah. So it's one of those meals that's gonna fill you up, but at the same time, and you don't have to use white bread. You can use wheat. You got your wheat is gonna break down way easier than anything else.
Come on, y'all getting this knowledge, you getting this inspiration and information.
And
it's gut health.
Man.
It's gut health. I love that.
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna piggyback on this for that. I eat plant-based. And I wanted to say avocado toast. Love me some avocado toast.
Yes,
I get avocado toast. You use butter. I use coconut oil.
Oh yeah.
You get the same concept of giving your bread that nice extra, underlying flavor. So after that, still do the toppings of the avocado. I don't use the egg. However, what I've done is I got a little fancy. It's this seasoning called Everything Bagel seasoning.
Okay.
Man, put that seasoning on that avocado and eat your food, man. It's some good stuff. All right, I love it. Here we go. You got another one?
Okay, so
this for that.
I'm gonna give you guys a seasoning. Ooh. All right, so as black folks, we love some Lowry's. Love some Lowry's.
Yes.
Now, I haven't used Lowry's in probably
a long time,
6-7 years. And that's because you don't need it. Salty. It's very salty. I mean, lots of sodium. So what I like to use instead of Lowry's is something a little more southern. It's called Greek seasoning. It's called Cavender's. Ooh. It comes in a yellow, white, and red bottle.
Look, our producers and engineers, they know it. They like it. I get head nods.
When I tell you put that on put it on your chicken, put it on your beef, put it on your steak, put it on your shrimp.
What?
Put it on your greens. put it on
it's all purpose.
Anything that you could season.
And do me a favor, for the people who are listening, what's the name of it again?
It's called Cavender's Greek seasoning.
Cavender's?
Comes in a white bottle with yellow and red shrimp.
Whoa.
And I use that on almost every piece of meat that I put on.
And it's a Greek seasoning, y'all.
And I don't have to use pepper. I ain't got to use salt. What? I can use that. Maybe throw a little cayenne or something else into it.
Yeah.
A little slap your mama.
Slap your mama.
You talking about some flavor? That's a Southern secret.
I love it.
I didn't give them a Southern secret.
You did. You did. You got one more for us?
So one of the replacements that I'm actually using now, I'm using ground turkey as opposed to ground beef.
Okay.
And at first I didn't really like it because it's a little more chunkier, but I mean, it really just depends on what you're trying to do health-wise. I'm trying to stay away from the pork and the beef. So for me, the turkey, I didn't like it at first, but I got used to it. There's certain ways you got to cook it. You can't cook it the same way you cook the beef.
So eating different is low-key stepping your cooking game to another level.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's important to know too. Eating healthier, it gives you more variety. It pushes you to try new things and new seasonings. For example, dill weed. Y'all, dill weed. Come on. If you eat my food, it has dill weed in it. It's an aphrodisiac. My partner say I got them because I put dill weed in everything. I didn't even know. I don't care. I don't care. It is what it is. But I love that. I love that.
And that's part of cooking. I mean, that's part of just growing in the kitchen. I mean, you find certain things that you just like, oh man, rosemary, man, this smells great.
Bro,
like, but it's like when it's fresh and not in a bottle, it's a different vibe.
I like it soft.
Man, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's everything. Like personally, like when I cut up fresh cilantro or cut up fresh parsley, outside of getting it in the bottle, when you cut it up fresh, it just brings another flavor.
Yeah.
Like it pops.
It's a pretty flavor. I like my food to taste pretty.
Right.
Yeah. Rosemary and stuff like that, it make your food taste pretty.
It does.
It does.
It's gonna look good, but it's gonna have that pop.
Big facts. All right, y'all, let's keep it moving. I want to know, Chef CJ, what black-owned brands are you currently consuming? Are there any black-owned brands that you're consuming, food-wise, not food-wise? It doesn't matter.
Okay, so I will tell you about one brand that I'm actually big on. It's one of the celebrities I actually cook for in Houston. His name's Isaac Moore, and he actually is a black designer. He does stuff for Chris Brown. He does stuff for, everybody. He just did something for Faith Evans. And he's new, but when I say he's blowing up, he's out there. Yeah. So I cook for him and his family. It's 2-3 times a week when I'm in Houston.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And at the same time, his bags are everything. Black designer just hits a little bit differently. Because we know.
We know what we like.
And when I say that bag hit harder than a Louis bag, harder than anything. And then he's got a Black Lives Matter bag. It's all black with Black Lives Matter down the middle. What? When I say that,
clean and classic look, huh?
Man, it's beautiful. So that's one of the black brands that I'm actually purchasing and using right now.
I love that.
When it comes to actually consuming black brands, man, that's a little bit harder, being that I'm on the move so much.
I get that.
But I try to support some of the local black chefs and restaurants that are in the Houston area when I am there. So for me, you got places like the Turkey Leg Hut in Houston.
We all know about the Turkey Leg Hut.
And when I tell y'all, these people, they are chefs, but they didn't go to school. They didn't do none of that. Yeah. But their food is top notch, top tier.
I'm sorry, can't nobody teach me what my mama and them.
You can't
teach me nothing like that. I don't blame you. I love it.
Another place in Houston, because that's where I live, and hey, I'm gonna give y'all some nuggets, because if y'all ever go out there, there's also a place called Taste Bar and Kitchen.
I love it.
Black owned and awesome service. You'll get in about an hour, but when I say that food is amazing, that's one of the places I go to and be like, You know what?
Y'all, his leg shaking. His leg is shaking.
Hey,
he's already anticipating it.
You know what's good when your mouth quiver a little bit when the food hit the table.
Yeah, when you hit the happy dance a little bit when that food about to come in.
But the owner, he's part of AFIA, and he's a really good guy, and he makes sure we're very comfortable every time we come. So those are two of the black businesses that I actually, when I'm in the Houston area, I'm there almost.
I love it.
Every other day. And that's one of my places.
When I'm back home, because y'all know I'm plant-based, I love having Chef CJ come on, because we don't eat the same, and I love that. It doesn't matter, because we're learning from each other the entire time. Sun shines. Come on, man. My plant-based people out there in Houston, sun shines.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check them
Please hit up. I don't know if it's Sunshine's Cafe or what, but Sunshine's is an all vegan spot. Brother, when I say the food is slamming, I make it a point to go there when I'm home. One time I went, they were closed. I had a whole fit. I didn't care. I had a whole fit because they weren't open. But so I want to give some love to them too.
I'm gonna check them out.
Absolutely.
Check them out.
All right, here we go. We got a challenge for y'all. We're gonna end on a good note. We're gonna end with a challenge. We got something called the quit list. Yup, Chef CJ. If we're able to, I would love to bring them back to talk to kind of follow up with us in the next month or so. But this quit list is a challenge for all of us. Tune in. I hope you're listening, because we're about to go higher and everybody's on board. This quit list is something that you are going to quote unquote quit for at least the next 30 days. You can say quit, you can say detox, you can say fast. I don't care what you say, as long as you try to hold yourself accountable, because I feel like we all have something that we can kind of cut back on or do something a little bit better about ourselves. So my quit list challenge, or our quit list challenge, starts today. It's a 30-day. We'll start it for 30 days or so, and the whole point is to try to detox or just find just new balance within yourself by quitting something that we know that could use a break. You know, even if it's good, sometimes we get too much of a good thing, could be bad. You know what I mean? So, for example, let's see, my quit list. Yo, I know the first segment, I said I wanted some chips. I wanted some black-owned chips. I am quitting chips and French fries. Yep, no chips, no French. It's so tough. I even got to retrain my mom for a sandwich. I'm like, I want a sandwich. I'm like, you ain't getting no chips with it either. So I'm like, dang. So my quit list is French fries and chips. CJ, what you got?
All right, so on my quit list, I got two things.
Ooh.
All right, so the first thing, sodas. No sodas. Now, I will tell you this. You'll probably lose about 7 pounds in that first month of not drinking sodas. I've had a friend happen before because I used to do some nutrition. Yeah. And when you get off those sodas, it's so much sugar.
It's so much sugar.
You drink 3 or 4 of them, you just overloaded. Yeah. So no more sodas. That's number one. And it's sad because I like a Crown and Coke. But let's see here. The other thing on my quit list was going to be pork. Ooh. So I'm gonna stay away from pork, and it sucks because I love bacon. I'm a bacon man.
It doesn't suck that you don't love bacon.
You love me.
No, you don't. You see what I tried to do there, right?
Right. But like, I mean, I know I can do it. Like, once I do something, I'm dedicated. But I know that my body's gonna feel differently. It's gonna be almost like being the much more healthy version of myself, because there's a lot of toxins and things in bacon that we don't even know what's in it.
We can get into that, but we don't have that much time. But that's a whole nother segment for another day, because the swine, it does all kinds of stuff to the insides of our bodies.
This is true.
It does, and it is not a clean animal. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad for consuming, but the facts are the facts. It is not a clean animal. Last I checked it, I don't even know if it was an original animal. I don't even know when pigs came up on the planet, so be mindful of that. I love it. Here we go, guys. Y'all heard us. We got a quit list challenge, 30-day quit list. Do me a favor. Think to yourself, what is something that you could give up for 30 days? You ain't gonna die. Just give it up for 30 days and try to give yourself a little bit of, like I said, some more space to do something different, if you will, or just allowing yourself to detox a little bit, because it's necessary. But let's see. Before we go, Chef Chris, do me a favor. Chef CJ, I apologize. Tell the people how they can find you.
Okay, it's pretty easy. One way you can find me is you can go on to noahjoes.com. That's Noah, Noah, Joes, JOS.com. The other way you can reach me is Instagram. On Instagram, you can find me at Noah Joes on Instagram, or you can go to my personal page, and that's Chef CHEFAMOR 2U. So those are the ways you can reach me.
Absolutely. Y'all go ahead and hit this brother up for your consultations. If you don't know, if you haven't heard, if you haven't been listening, he will travel to you. Distance is not a problem. He's been all over this country. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to go ahead and bring you guys back to the Black Consumer Experience. Y'all make sure that you can stay tuned. We're showing up here at the same time, same day, same place every single week. We'll be having more guests. I'm so blessed to have Chef CJ come by to join us today. I think this segment was beautiful. It was informative. It was funny. We got a chance to learn more about you and what you do and your skills, brother, because you got some chops. So it's beautiful. Y'all, WDRB Media, we are the voice of the community, and you are listening to Higher Intellect Apparel's The Black Consumer Experience. I am your host, Porscha, and spiritual streetwear dealer representing Higher Intellect. You guys check us out, higherintellect.com, HIYAH intellect.com, or on Instagram, or on Facebook, or on Twitter. We're all over the place. We got the same handle. Y'all be blessed, and we look forward to seeing y'all next week. Chef CJ, tell them we out.
All right, y'all. Enjoy.
Be blessed.
Happy New Year.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was so dope.